Panyaza Lesufi has intensified his rhetoric on undocumented migration and publicly challenged Cyril Ramaphosa to engage in a national debate on illegal immigration and related security concerns.
Traditional and religious leaders present, NCOP delegates, honorable members. Honorable Deputy Chair, on behalf of the Gauteng province, I thank you most sincerely for the opportunity to participate in this debate. Our approach, unfortunately, today is to thank our Honorable President and appreciate him for the decisive interventions that he has made in our province in Gauteng. Honorable President, we asked you that illegal miners were creating havoc in our communities. We pleaded with you to send soldiers in our province. We come back to you, President, to thank you heartily. The soldiers have resolved our problem of illegal miners. Now order has been restored, Honorable President. And we want to make it clear, we are not against emerging miners, but we can't allow miners who misbehave and kill our people, and we don't even know where they come from in our province. So, President, we plead with you. Let's soldier on with the soldiers that we have. There must be no inch of illegal miners being tolerated in our province, because this country belongs to us and will never donate it to any other person who we don't know where they come from. Honorable President, we once more come to you to thank you. We asked you to establish a water crisis committee to tackle the challenges of water in our province. We are proud to report back to you, President, through the Deputy President and the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. Last month, we opened a 26 million liters Brixton water tower that have now finally resolved the water challenges that we had in the middle of Johannesburg. And for that, we are grateful for our intervention, and we are also grateful for the presence of the ministers that we've deployed in our province. But, Honorable President, we want to urge you, President, we want to urge you to enter the serious debate of undocumented foreigners in our country, Honorable President. Our cities, Honorable President, have seen unprecedented marches of citizens raising concerns about undocumented immigrants. Ours is to state this clearly, Honorable President. We refuse to be against all foreign citizens, but we agree that undocumented foreigners who entered our country legally must leave our country peacefully. Once more, President, we want to make it clear we are not against foreigners, but we can't tolerate people we don't know how they came in our country, what they need in our country, what they are doing in our country, and where they stay in our country, President. So, President, we urge you to enter the debate and allow us to ensure the new immigration laws and the immigration bill that is currently in public participation mode, that it must be utilized to be the final document to resolve this matter once and for all. And those that have given foreigners up until the 30th of June to leave our country want to emphasize the point that this must be done orderly and through the processes of the law in our country. President, let me take this opportunity to thank you, President, for intervening with the Minister of Social Development. But we want to urge you, President, Don't stop there, President. Don't stop there, President. There is a certain minister, President, that the country assigned him a task to develop an AI policy. He used AI to develop a policy of the country. Then they have the audacity to come here, Honorable President. There is a member here representing the Democratic Alliance, came here to say, cry the beloved Matlosana. She forgot to say, cry the beloved country where policies developed through artificial intelligence. But we want to go further than that, Honorable President. That the same minister that is developing an artificial intelligence policy of our country through AI, he wants to sell the security of our country by trying to scrap BEE so that their friends in America can come and invest here. We say no, President. We say no, President. Our country is not for sale. And that the policies of this country will be defended at all costs, whatever it takes, Honorable President. So don't stop there, President. There is another minister in the basic education sector who think that he can allow a company that was established 3 days to get a tender to print books for our children. Must not allow that, President. And we have to be firm against any form of corruption. These are the same people who are saying this government is corrupt. They come to government, instead of assisting us to fight corruption, they do corruption themselves. Will not allow that, President. And they must know we have a president that is decisive. We have a president that can intervene. And we have a president that can fire them if they misbehave, President. President, I want to take this opportunity to wish Bafana Bafana well as they go to the World Cup. We say to Bafana Bafana, Ndizani Bafana Bafana, bring that World Cup back home where it belongs. Thank you so much for your attention.
The issue emerged amid growing political pressure in South Africa over undocumented migration, illegal mining, informal settlements, and pressure on public services. Lesufi has repeatedly argued that Gauteng, the country's economic hub, is carrying a disproportionate burden from undocumented migration and cross-border criminal syndicates. In his 2026 State of the Province address, Lesufi adopted a particularly hard line, saying Gauteng cannot allow uncontrolled informal settlement expansion and linking some criminal activity to undocumented foreign nationals. He also praised the deployment of the South African National Defense Force against illegal mining networks and called for stricter enforcement by Home Affairs and law enforcement agencies. Government-linked social media posts and public remarks from Ramaphosa have acknowledged public concern about undocumented migration. Ramaphosa stated that government was clamping down on illegal migration, while also stressing that migration management must remain lawful and constitutional. Although no formal televised debate between Lesufi and Ramaphosa has yet taken place, Lesufi's comments were widely interpreted as a direct challenge to the president and national government to publicly defend their migration policies and explain how they plan to address illegal immigration. His remarks have drawn support from some residents frustrated by crime and unemployment, while critics accuse him of fueling xenophobic sentiment and oversimplifying complex socioeconomic issues. The broader political context is important. Gauteng has seen increasing operations against illegal mining syndicates, zama-zamas, hijacked buildings, and informal settlements. Migration has become a politically sensitive issue ahead of coalition negotiations and local political contests. Ramaphosa's administration has simultaneously promoted skilled migration reforms and tighter enforcement against undocumented migration. Lesufi's intervention reflects a wider debate inside South African politics over balancing border control, economic migration, constitutional rights, and regional obligations within the Southern African region.